drink.
Oh.
Well, I started the stream. Oops.
Okay. Well, waiting. We're here, Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
Hey guys, so we just started the stream. We are refreshing our drinks. So just hang out for a little bit.
Just a moment.
We just finished watching episode 9, the penultimate.
Penultimate, yeah.
Yes,
Penultimate episode of Westworld. Lots of things happened this week. Lots of sadness. If you have not seen the episode, spoilers are ahead. Spoilers ahead.
Spoilers ahoy.
Yeah, sorry if we keep you waiting, guys. We started a little late. Okay, we're here. So
we're here.
Welcome, Taylor. Welcome, Dr. Lee.
Get your questions ready.
Start asking your questions, and I'll mark them on here. I have lots of questions. I probably have forgotten already because that last 3 minutes was pretty intense.
It was.
This will be a reaction video tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one I had to sit down and do.
Yeah, this was.
So, God, I don't even have nuggets.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We didn't have time for nuggets. You want to finish that for me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm not going to finish it.
Andrew, you wanna?
Kate, your
Hi,
notes
everybody.
or something.
Let's introduce ourselves real quick because I already started.
All right, I'm
I'm
Kate.
Andrew.
Whoa!
That's-
Okay.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Zach.
And we are the Nights of the Drunk Watch.
And
now
now
our
our
talk
talk begins.
begins.
Guys, we started right away.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't even talked about this episode. We just finished it. The blood is still
oh my God.
warm.
I don't even.
Oh, and I'm struggling because I
I'm
just
triggered
watched
now.
last
So-
week's episode right before this for the first time.
Oh,
so.
and last week's episode was so good. I thought it was amazing.
It was very well done.
I thought it.
It was very well
I
done.
thought last week's episode unfolded a whole new narrative that was missing. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was missing, but it was nice to have.
I talked about it last week.
Yeah. Yeah, we already had that discussion. Or, I mean, somebody did. So,
What happened to the guac?
What's our first nugget?
Let's go with.
What was the very...
Okay, so let's talk about, because we always go from least to most interesting. So
Sure.
let's talk about Bernard, and Elsie, and like Bernard and his whole Ford thing.
Yeah.
So Bernard is basically being haunted by Ford to kill Elsie.
Is he haunted?
But what
I
is
think
it?
it's control.
What is it that Ford wants to get rid of Elsie for? She knows something that Bernard doesn't know, or there's some reason why.
Or she's a distraction.
Yeah, that could be it
So
too.
he opted to just abandon her rather than kill her.
I feel like there's something else we're missing, because he tried to kill her at season
Last
1,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe Bernard kind of overrode that and didn't
Locked her up in a cave.
locked her up in a
Over
cave
instead.
and kept.
I mean, yeah, it does seem that we're giving Elsie a lot of power to just then, like, discard her again.
Yes.
Because we did that before. We're like, why go to the point of her, like, discovering all this stuff if we're just going to kill her and lock her in a cave or whatever?
She has to know something.
Okay, well...
What does she know?
I don't know.
Or is she the only other person beside Bernard and Ford that can code
I
up
was gonna
against
say,
them?
I want to say that maybe it's that Elsie is almost at the same intellectual level, because earlier in the season we had the whole episode where Bernard talks to Elsie about how much he likes her and how much he wanted her to replace him.
So
Because
you think
they're on that same intellectual level. She's right there with him.
so? Elsie would be able to undo what Ford wants.
I'm not going to say she'd be able... Well, yes, she'd be able to undo
I mean, that
what
makes
he
sense.
has done.
To get rid of her is
Yes.
she can undo our work.
She can't undo anything. I'm not saying that she's trying to undo anything, but...
But if she realizes Ford Bernard is up to no good, she's probably the only person that can get in
Yes.
there and unravel it.
Yes.
I guess I don't understand why Bernard would make... So, Taylor says that I don't think he wants him to kill her. I think he wants Bernard to make his own choices.
I mean, he's pushing him to do something, forcing Bernard to make a choice.
But I think it's interesting that Bernard chose the third option. So the options are kill Elsie or don't kill Elsie and trust her.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose don't kill Elsie, leave her alone.
and
leave
abandon
her.
her.
Abandon
Yeah,
her.
separate from her.
So I guess...
But that's, I mean, he forced her to make a choice. And he made an independent choice.
Mm-hmm.
because Ford was basically treating him like Arnold treated Dolores. It was like, kill me. And he was like, kill her.
Right.
And the other choice is not kill her. But Bernard came up with his own third choice of separate.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Rock.
But I don't know if does Ford really want Bernard to make his own? Because I feel like he doesn't.
Well, the whole part of being woke is your ability to make an independent decision.
Yes.
And we know that Ford is not in control of Bernard.
Right.
Yes.
He can't control his motor functions.
No.
He's just in there.
He's just on his shoulder.
He's on his shoulder.
Little devil on his shoulder.
Being
going,
transported.
Hey, kill her. Okay.
Okay, so a couple of other Ford moments was Ford and Maeve.
That was sweet.
Well, no, yeah, let's do that. So Ford and Maeve, and even so, do we think that Maeve essentially just when Bernard got close, Maeve downloaded Ford?
No, remember?
No, he said
he came by and said,
I left a message for her.
Yeah.
And
so I mean, kind of. I'm not Ford entirely, but
a little bit.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
No, that was a clear indication. He said we're close enough. She'll see the message I left her.
But then when you look, like that was late. Like her scene with Ford was later because Bernard wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
or,
he
I mean,
basically, yeah.
She got that piece of it. Yeah.
And that was her checking it.
Mm-hmm. She probably got annoyed because.
But we also now know that
Ford
was the one who. We now know that Ford was the one who programmed Maeve to leave the park.
Yes, and she again
made a choice.
Made a different choice.
Made a different choice.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't leave the park, don't leave the park. It was go find her dog.
Right.
And that's also what Ford says that he did is he made the choice to stay for his children, which was Maeve.
Well, for his child, yeah.
Which was Maeve. And then also, what do we think his one more game is? So that's what he said as Ed Harris left the bar.
Right.
He was kind of like, time for one more game.
I think that's the door thing.
That's the whole door
thing. But that's a whole at least a year, I think, before the initial Man in Black timeline.
The very first season.
Because his wife. That's when his wife. That's
died.
the night the wife killed her.
Right.
Killed herself.
Mm-hmm.
And because she killed herself, he went to the park and killed the little girl.
Yeah.
But that was its own trip. Because he said he had to go try to see if he could do something purely evil. And then I think the season 1 timeline was the next year. So
do you think, I feel like once the wife died, do you think he's still just making the yearly pilgrimage, or is he going more often?
I think
well, now I have a question that Andrew brought up, which I don't like.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it's too soon for this. Did he go back, or is that his host?
Well, here's the thing:
that's a head turner.
Here's the thing.
That's a head turner.
Here's my thought process.
Okay.
First of all, we spent a lot of time with Bernard doing this.
Yes, with his arm.
And plugging in and dealing and
spent a lot of camera time here.
Yeah.
Forearm.
And then after he sat down and talked to his wife on the bed where she was supposed to have fallen asleep, passed out drunk, he rolled up his sleeves and
looked
he
at
just
his
did this.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
also,
then
at the end of the episode,
he has a knife and
he started cutting it.
But during the party, he had a twitch. Like he twitched, and that's when he first mentioned.
Oh, really?
That's when he first mentioned that there's a tiny fleck of darkness.
Yes.
And we kind of get this like. Because the beginning of the episode was mirrored in the end, where he said a tiny fleck of darkness at the beginning of the episode when he had that twitch in his arm.
Yeah.
And also they talked a little bit about like how he was bad, or he like the same way that that Celia Ward said that he was a virus and stuff. That was kind of hinted at a little bit at the beginning too. And so that twitch was the first kind of like, the sickness. When the last episode when they said that he had a sickness.
So do you think the darkness she saw in him was that he was not even human anymore?
Well, I mean,
she could tell like
the darkness that's inside of him is the darkness from William, because he like
that first trip.
Getting himself into her family. She thought he was a breath of fresh air when really he was the biggest fake of them all, and Because I'm not saying he's always been a host. I'm saying
that
somewhere the man on the bedside, that man is a host, and he is the success of the program that Papadopoulos never.
What about the man we saw after he killed Emily?
Still,
So
I think he replaced
he
put his consciousness into an immortal body.
Yeah.
Like before his wife
died.
passed away.
So during the gala, like before the gala?
No, not moments
At
before.
Some point
but in the story.
Right. Not in the car.
Yeah, not the
gala.
car, not that night.
But he's like, fuck, I don't want to go to gala. Here, host, go to a gala for me.
No.
He now lives.
He lives in the host.
Oh, he is a host.
So then why?
That's the whole point of the host of trying to take your consciousness and putting it into a host. And
he is a host.
I guess I wonder why.
Not a body double.
He would do that.
He may have gotten
because it gives you immortality.
Right.
Well, I understand, but I mean, like with Papadopoulos, he was sick, so it makes sense of why he would do that. And I guess he just wants to preempt getting sick or
preempt death in general. But because also when he discovered his daughter had the card, he was going for her forearm. When he saw so that to prove to himself that she was a host. Now,
do you think
I think that's still an option that was like kind of a double bait and switch.
You think she actually was a host?
That she was a host. That maybe that he was right that she was a part of the game, but it was like kind of a because I question why she told the whole story about
the music box.
The music box.
That confuses me too.
And didn't say that card that was left to her by her mother was in the music box she thought she threw away.
So how did she get the card?
Because but she did
said
say
mom
that
left
mom
it to
left
me.
it for me so that we know, and I almost feel like
okay, I'm confused.
Like when you go through stuff, like if someone dies and you go through their desk or their vanity, which is where she left it, you would find it.
Yeah, she said,
I understand that, but she did when she talked about the music box. Maybe I'm just being stupid. She said, "I threw it in the trash."
Yes.
When I went to go get it back, the trash had been emptied, and I never saw it again.
Right, exactly. She said that. She didn't say, and later after Mom died,
right, she didn't say that.
She saved it.
But then she
didn't say that.
But then we know
the Mom saved it.
As the audience, the Mom must have took it out of the trash.
Yeah, pulled it out of the trash and hid it away.
Right.
To save it. And then she put the card
so what
that
does
showed how horrible William was
in
the music box.
Correct.
She put it in the music box. For me, whoever either the daughter, real daughter found it and that was her and she just for some reason left that detail out, or if she is a host and they gave her all of that background, whoever gave her the card would know that it came from the music box, so why wouldn't they include that in the story?
Well, I'm thinking backing up from that, I think the real daughter is involved in this. Yeah, it's not like they created a host of the daughter to screw with him.
Yeah.
But the real daughter is actually involved with it. But while we're talking about this title, that Sloane she doubts he's a host, so we'll be interested to see.
Then the other thing is, it almost seemed like, and I feel like I've seen this before when it's questioning.
Dr. Lee, yes, so Dr. Lee said Emily was lying to William. It's why the last minute she tried to pull out the card to prove to him that she was real.
Yeah.
Lying about what?
The story, right?
That either she didn't throw if she lied, that means she didn't throw it away.
Yeah.
And she gave it back to her mom, or her mom never gave it to her.
Or her mom never gave it to her.
But then how would she know about the music box?
In general?
That's the part I'm maybe I'm just being dense.
No. Dr. Lee, what did she lie about?
I'm not understanding the music box.
Yeah. So, I almost feel like we're getting into this point of William doesn't know right now if he's a host or not.
Yeah.
So, he has as little idea as we do, because why else? He either knows and doesn't need to check his arm, or he doesn't know.
And that's why he's constantly checking.
But if he doesn't,
that's why he needs to dig into his arm.
But if he doesn't know, that means someone
did it to him.
Did it to him.
And then who would that be?
His daughter.
But why?
If his daughter was going to put his...
But she hates him.
Yeah.
But if she's trying to take over whatever, if she is the descendant of her dad and has that
darkness,
ambition to take over, if she was to put her mom away in a rehab, she would probably put her dad away in some kind of into a host.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I am.
But then we're back again at the argument we were at last year that Andrew yelled at us about. Now it feels like they're all fucking hosts.
Yeah.
Who isn't a host now? Now I'm questioning again.
Everybody. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I still say everyone can't be a host.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of like Battlestar Galactica. We can't all be Cylons.
Yeah,
but we're getting really narrow. We're getting a real narrow number now.
But I think by creating this concept that you could make yourself immortal by putting yourself into a host, that I would believe that William is a host because he's, without realizing it, because I think that the fidelity might deny you that knowledge. I don't know. That he is the success of that program. Because the thing is the Valley has been that program. The Valley's been that program.
Yeah.
What
is the Valley and the Forge?
That's where they keep
the Forge is where they kept all the data on
from the
guests. The guests.
But then what's the Valley?
The Valley is where the door is.
The Valley is where the Forge is, I think, and where William has been doing his project.
Right.
So the Forge is in the Valley.
Yes.
Okay.
The Forge is in the Valley.
The Valley, I think, is actually physically a geographic place.
Actual valley.
Like the Mesa.
Right.
There's a valley. Cradle's in the Mesa. The Forge is in the Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And like, because like Ford, I guess, allowed them to do that. He was supposed to stay out of it. Like he could do his stuff if they got to do their stuff.
But he said, what was he?
They broke the deal. Yeah.
That his something broke the contract.
Right. There was a big reference to that.
His project.
His project broke the contract.
Dr. Lee says that the music box was maybe a lie of omission, and I can totally see that because she was like trying to butter him up.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that she wouldn't want to let him know that she knows all the bad things he's done.
Right.
Oh, that's real confusing to the audience, though.
Yeah, the whole fucking show is real confusing to the audience.
Word.
Zach, like, what are you doing?
So like, she did find the box. She's lying. That's, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, she didn't find the box as a child. That part of the story was still true.
No, right. But she did ultimately find the music box. They come back to her.
Because when it came to it, she's like,
well,
Mom left me the card. And he's like, I didn't tell anyone about that because he didn't realize that Mom had woken up and found it.
So I'm a little confused. So Taylor Sloan says that the music box sounds a lot like Inception, and it goes along with the idea that the husband controls his wife's reality. I'm just confused.
Well, Inception.
That is a whole
Leonardo DiCaprio's wife commits suicide.
Because she's able to keep
her alive through that dream.
Through that dream.
Okay. So. Okay.
But
that's just a fun connection.
Okay.
Yes, and that's because the whole thing was that she was confused about what's reality and what's not.
Yeah.
There was that whole thing. So, yeah.
Your question, your thought and concern.
Well, okay, so the only reason why I know this is my family's kind of going through this right now. But sometimes when you have the person that is in charge of someone's estate, things slip through the cracks. You don't always get packages delivered to you the way they're supposed to be. What if in the music box the mom left a note that was just for Emily, and whoever was executor of her estate just took the card and gave it to the daughter, which is why she doesn't know about the music box.
Oh, no.
I'm not trying to come around loopholes.
I think it's the opposite.
Like someone took the music box and the card and separated them?
Yeah.
No, I think it would be the opposite. I think what they would do is that they would be like, oh, we found a music box,
and
not
this
think
card.
to open it. Like, maybe not even think to open it. Just like, oh, it's a music, we found this jewelry box, and
see,
the
I would
daughter's
argue,
like, oh my gosh, that's mine.
Given how she felt about William at that moment, that Emily was the executor of her estate. So Emily's the only one who knows. Because he said, I told no one about that card, assuming it was still private.
Sorry.
But Emily found the box and found the card and didn't tell him about it.
So what was it? Remind me, what was it that he was questioning Emily, and she said, let me prove it to you.
Yes.
But what did he say right before she went reach for the card?
What do you mean?
What made her reach, let me prove it to you?
He was saying, Ford, you've gone above and beyond.
So that card was proof that I was really in your world.
Right. Yeah. Because he said, I never told anyone about that. Card, you know, except as far as he knew,
only person who knew
Ford
about
is
that
the
card
only person who knew about that card.
Because Ford's the one who gave it to him. We have people commenting.
And his mom. And if mom died, whoever found the box.
Okay. I'm on it.
Well, yeah, but he didn't know that Juliet found the card. He doesn't know that it was put in a box. He hid it away in a book and never thought about it again.
Right, okay.
So
I guess... Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, we're not going to talk about it right now, but what did we already know about that Ford Maeve scene? And then we'll talk about that.
About how her story about getting on the train and making a choice and know that.
Her being,
he confirmed
that Ford was the one who reprogrammed her to put her on the narrative that was her whole narrative of the first season.
Okay.
So basically, Dolores belongs to Arnold, and Maeve belongs to Ford.
Correct.
And that is like
talked about.
Right, but he said it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I guess the final question about this last. Sorry to go back.
It's okay. Go ahead.
We just don't know in the Emily Williams storyline.
Yes.
Which one, if any, are hosts? Correct.
Right. We do not
Correct.
know. Yes.
We don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
We think both of them are and are not.
Okay, good. Move on.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Okay. So, do we want to talk about weaponizing Clem?
Oh, yeah.
I think this is dumb. I don't like this.
Yeah, but who was it? Is it you who always talks about the virus?
Yeah.
Clem is the virus.
She isn't, yeah.
She is now,
She's the computer virus.
But, so it's interesting because Maeve, like, I wonder if this is just, like, using a tool poorly. Because, like, Maeve can get them to do anything. Like, anybody to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, not anybody, I guess we've learned. But she can get the masses to do... But we saw that William's wife saw the card. We saw that she saw all the information on the...
Well, it's because somebody commented.
Wait, what?
Sorry! So we saw her see all of that. That's why she killed herself.
There's a whole scene.
But is that an implanted memory in William's mind? Just
no,
like
I don't think that was a memory. That was a flashback.
That was us seeing her.
That was a scene of her getting up.
Because he that's why he killed his daughter, because he was sure that no one else ever saw that profile.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was proof that she was not real.
She was Ford. The only other person who knew about it. Because we weren't seeing it through William's eyes. He told her the story. He left. She woke up.
Right.
She went and found the book with the card in it. Because she saw him put something in that book.
Yeah.
She looked on the tablet. She put it away in the music box, and then she
ate all the pills.
And I think she slit her wrist too. I think the
water
water looked pretty red.
Yeah.
She double tapped.
Yeah.
Sure. So. Because, like, Maeve could get all of the people to do anything, and she could make it very, like, detailed and stuff, but Clem is not giving directions, and maybe she's doing it mentally over the network, but it seems like it's just a go to town.
Chaos.
Murder, and
scramble.
That's it, as opposed to, giving details.
I think what it is that they were using the code that was created in Maeve to access that network proactively. It was supposed to be a subconscious network, and she was working on it consciously.
Right.
Maeve
was. So I think all they did is take that programming so that it kind of turned it on actively, an active connection to Clem. So all Clem wanted was just sending out
destroy.
Yeah.
And over a network that linked them all, where that, so now it's just an active
on-off.
Kill all yourselves.
She's a Bluetooth bomb.
True,
and I think May will be able to kind of provide a guard against that. Like that, like she'll be able to fight back, and push, so that not everyone will go crazy.
But how many of them are left? I mean, it was only
how many hosts?
Or how many of Dolores's minions? It's only Dolores is left.
Well, of her minions, but there's still a park full of hosts.
So they want to destroy all the hosts.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that's
They
what
don't
Colonel
know
Sanders
what
has been
who
saying,
is and who
that
is
they
not
need
a
woke.
woke.
I don't.
Yeah, they just want to.
I don't care
They
for-
want to burn it down and start over.
I don't
Yeah.
care for this. I don't care for this storyline.
The Clem story.
Yeah, I'm just
I
like.
don't either, but
I mean, but other than that, we would complete. Like, what else? What else can Hale do?
But it explains why a lake gets full of people.
yes, it does.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not really.
Just eat your
I'm
bunny
not really excited about. We know May's gonna stop it somehow.
Do we?
They're
Well,
not gonna.
There's
They're not gonna.
there's already
They just
2
killed
episodes
Teddy.
of season 3 prepared for 2019. So
Or did they? I don't know. I don't like it.
but Taylor thinks the whole
Pass.
thing about Juliet is an unreliable narrator, but it's like it wasn't a voiceover. It wasn't William saying, "Well, then she did this and then she did that." It was just us watching the timeline.
We'll know. We'll know by next season.
Well, I think we're gonna know.
They're
by
not
the
gonna come
next
back to this.
episode.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think we're gonna know by the end of the
I
next
don't
episode.
think
Well,
so.
we're gonna get the
We're
man
gonna
in
know
black.
because William put a knife into his.
Arm.
If we see William again, we're gonna know that he's a host or not.
God, I hope so.
No, Taylor.
That would be so
no.
confusing. What?
Okay, so Maeve plus Ford,
No.
Dolores equals William. Thoughts?
What?
What?
He's saying they're all William. Like,
Dr. Lee, just don't crush my heart like this because I'm still wounded.
have we got? Are we okay? Are we done with the
I think we're done
Clementine
with
now?
Clem, yeah. So let's talk
It
about.
was-
Let's talk about. What do you mean Dolores equals William?
He's saying they're all
All
the same.
William.
Equals not plus with
Oh.
Ford. Oh,
So
Maeve
is
equals Ford.
No,
Dolores
because
equals...
we've always done the division. Sorry, and I think you were the one who brought this up first. Was the division between Arnold and Ford. With Maeve and Dolores.
Well, I don't know about...
No, that
I
was
thought
me.
Maeve
Was that
and
you?
Dolores would have a standoff.
Right.
I think
Okay.
it still will.
That was me. I've always thought that Maeve was Ford and Dolores was Arnold, and that
But-
was how their relationship was.
Not that they were the same thing. That
No,
they
no.
were like the property or the child.
Yes.
Or the
Yeah.
offspring,
Offspring.
essentially is
offspring.
that Maeve is Ford's
Yes.
and
Right.
Dolores
Which
is
we said earlier.
Arnold.
Arnold's.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think they're the same thing.
But I still think to go back to Maeve and Dolores before we get to the last scene, which we'll have. I still think there could still be a standoff because Dolores looks like she's already like, we get past this canyon and it's the
Oh
valley.
my God! Yeah.
But
And
you
Maeve
think
looks.
it's gonna be a standoff.
Maeve looks like she got there, and looks like
I think
Bernard's
they-
gonna
I
get there at
think
the
they-
same time.
Well, yeah, but it looks like Maeve, Dolores, and Bernard are probably figuring out what is actually
with
happening in the
fucking
valley.
Logan, like all of them are together.
No,
I think that Logan might be
In the
in the
in a
past.
past timeline.
Yeah.
In the past timeline. Yeah, I can see that.
Because
You look real young. Sorry.
that's young Logan, and,
It is.
and he wouldn't be that. He'd be the same age as Ed Harris.
He died early though. He OD'd.
Yeah, he OD'd.
He OD'd young. So if they have a copy of him, it would be young.
But I'm saying it's not him. It's not him
Oh
alive.
no, it's not actually him. But
No.
even I'm still gonna be impressed if it's even just a copy because that was so long ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard J.
Hey, Rich.
I think Arnold and Dolores and Maeve are gonna hit the valley at almost the same time.
You mean Bernard?
Bernard. So I
Yeah.
think Bernard, Maeve, and Dolores are gonna get there.
And
at the same
I
time.
think they're
Yeah.
they're all that they're going towards some kind of revelation, and it's Clementine is going to be the thing they have to
Catalyst?
beat.
Yeah.
I mean, like to get to the
She's the
information
final boss.
before-
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
basically.
final boss.
Oh,
We're all
jeez.
playing Super
I
Mario
just thought
Brothers.
Clementine really. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
she's a tool.
Maybe
I
it's
mean,
a choice
she's
in
a
the
tool.
character.
Again.
She's
Yeah.
a tool of. I mean, yeah, they're not going up against Clementine. They're going up against Charlotte.
They're going up against this big bomb that can destroy everything.
Yeah.
Right.
I just
So
maybe
it-
it's- okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Ugh,
go
I
ahead.
don't like her.
Charlotte is Doomsday. Or I mean, Clementine is Doomsday.
Charlotte lost Abernathy. Is that correct?
No, they still had
So
him.
that mission is still going.
Yeah.
Getting Abernathy off the island is still a thing.
Yes.
We haven't touched on that in a while.
Off?
No,
I don't think
haven't.
they need to get them off anymore because they're all there.
There.
QA is there.
They just need to get whatever program.
Well, what I'm
or
saying is
whatever
getting
on
that
there.
key
Right, no,
transmitted.
they talked about trying to download the information to something else, and he said it was too much information to transfer.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I am the red shirt guy.
That's his name.
It's that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just the character Clementine. I'm not really like, man.
But you don't think there's
Well,
gonna
I
be
mean,
any like?
I think it's something we're giving her
between-
value as a character. Not, she's a tool.
Yeah.
Right.
She's the torpedo
She's the
launcher.
Destructo, yeah.
But
Yeah.
using her, if there is a Maeve and Clementine battle, like that is going to be
Some Matrix shit.
Oh,
not
God,
yeah, but also
No, it won't be.
but that's gonna be like because Maeve is so attached, like she does build attachments.
But she looked like she was brand new, too, didn't she?
Maeve did.
Yeah, she had like a blanket over her.
Well, that's
Who?
where I agree with you.
Maeve.
Oh, Maeve.
She looked like she
I
was
think
like cut up and
That's
like
where I agree with
zombie
you.
getting
Where
there.
That
I'm
Maeve
like,
is going to be able to transfer.
I think she's making a copy, yeah.
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 But they're still going to keep the actress, right? She's not going into.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, make a
Or it
copy.
could be the blanket is covering up all those
All
capabilities.
the-
I mean, we're over, but any final thoughts? Or
No, let's
We
talk
wanna
about the
get
last
to-
scene.
okay.
So
so Teddy killing himself.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Teddy, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
I knew it was gonna happen.
I thought that Dolores was
Soon
gonna
as he
be
loaded
like,
that gun.
Oh, wait. Kate
Oh, sorry.
Richards says Dolores has Abernathy in her pocket. Did she take his brain?
His core.
His core?
I can't remember. That's what I'm asking.
Guys, this is the one problem with drinking while we do this.
And Kate doesn't have her notes, her backup notes.
I don't have my computer, so I can't look shit up.
I can't remember because Charlotte looks real peeved.
Oh, Charlotte's
like,
fucking annoying.
I'm just gonna destroy it all.
I don't like her.
Well,
I just
she's not-
don't.
she's-
Although I did just watch Thor Ragnarok, and
Oh.
she is
I
so
love
good
that
at
movie.
that.
She is really good.
And Taylor makes another kind of throwback to
Yeah,
to
Elsie.
Elsie kissing. Who did Elsie kiss?
Clem.
Clem.
Yeah.
Elsie kissed Clem, right?
And the
Because
very
it was
beginning.
in the very beginning when she
I
was
think
There
having
was just
her
this
revelry.
random
Yeah.
kiss.
Yeah.
As she was, it was very early on. Like Clem was brought in to be updated, and she kissed her out of nowhere.
And it was,
Yeah.
but it was right after she had that reverie where she like rubbed her lip and like looked like she was thinking about it, you know,
Right.
like that kind of thing.
KJ said Dolores cut her father's brain out and showed it to Maeve. Last scene in the garage.
Okay.
Thank you, K. Richard Jenkins, because we can't remember.
So Charlotte's
Shit.
mission is
Oh,
out.
Josh UFO with a good one.
What?
So maybe Ford's new game was turning William into a host.
Dun dun dun.
Josh.
Well, no.
Good
except
job,
for,
sir.
Except for I'm thinking if he was a host already when he said time for a new game.
But maybe not.
Because he was doing that. He was doing this thing.
But he had a Twitch. The Twitch is also weird.
And the
But
Twitch was there too at that
Yeah.
same night.
I didn't see a Twitch. I gotta go
Okay.
back and
There
look
was
at
a
this
big
Twitch.
fucking Twitch.
Well, wait.
I was
Here's
doing
the question.
this.
Wait. Here's the question then. If he's been a host since season 1,
Not.
Not since season one.
Well, wait,
No,
actually,
that would've
actually,
made it
no,
to season
the Man
1.
in Black would have been a host.
Yeah.
Yes.
that would have been since season 1. Then why wouldn't have the maze been meant for him? Because the whole thing was the maze is not meant for
That's
you.
true. That is true.
That's
But wait,
still true though.
Also, then
Yeah, this is a good show.
wait, now coming back to me, my Alzheimer's is like
Oh,
Fading.
it's there?
when she pulls the gun out of the hay and shoots him, he
Yeah.
gets shot and then gets shot.
No,
Man
but
in
no,
Black?
We
she,
don't see that.
no, she didn't shoot. Well, she didn't shoot the Man in Black.
No,
she
she
ended up
didn't.
shooting
Douche dad.
She
the
shot
douche dash,
Never
the
mind.
milkman. I mean, she was. It was as the scenes were being cut together, we saw him, but the person she actually shot was douche dash,
Douche-dash, yeah.
Oh.
milkman.
So, Dr. Lee says that he thinks William is just losing it. Maybe his.
I think
complaint-
he is too, bud.
You could, yeah.
I do too.
But yeah, he's also endured quite a lot. He's still
Yeah.
walking.
He's gotten shot
So-
a bunch. But also, like, he has been living, like he said, like, he's been living this unreal life for so long where he's been trying to do his best to, like, he was never, he never cheated. He was always kind. He was generous. Even though all of that was against his, like,
The darkness that
core,
was inside
the darkness that was inside him, and fully him. He was trying to be someone else, and so I can totally see that, and maybe even spending this much time, because this is probably the longest he's spent in the park.
In the park.
Spending this much time as his deepest, darkest self is probably sending him over the edge.
Well, two things. What did Juliet kept saying? If you live in
if you keep pretending, you'll lose yourself.
You lose yourself. And then Kay Richard talking about that maybe the forearm thing is a red herring because he is going mad.
Yeah.
That maybe he just thinks he's a host.
He thinks everyone's a host.
He can't even if you're a host, you're a host. Maybe I'm a host.
Yeah.
Dig.
I definitely think that if he is or isn't, he doesn't know.
No, I
it was something that was done to him, which could be
that's real shitty.
For turning him into a, I don't know.
Okay, back to Teddy killing himself. We just went back.
I know, right?
I thought, to go back to that topic, I really thought Dolores was going to kill him. She kind of did.
As soon as he put the bullets in the gun, I knew he was going to kill him.
I'm saying at the beginning of the season. I'm saying at the very beginning.
I know that, but what I'm saying is,
we all knew Teddy was going to die. Because that's how
that in the very beginning.
I feel like the moment, because I am the worst at watching things, so I am just always in not thinking ahead or anything. But the moment I was like, oh no, I can't pretend that this is not happening, was when he said, I will always be by your side. I'll protect you till the day I die. I was like, no, that's today.
Yeah.
It's right
now this very second.
Yeah, he's like, I can't protect you anymore. Just in case you weren't tracking, here it is. So Taylor was commenting on how there hasn't been a big reveal this season. I think I disagree with that.
Had several big reveals.
And I think for the first time, they're probably really leading up to a huge reveal in the finale rather than having it an episode before.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at last week's episode on IMDb and just happened to catch that there are 2 episodes already slated for 2019.
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely a 3rd season.
Oh, yeah.
So they're probably leading up for a huge cliffhanger.
So I think what Dr. Lee is saying is accurate, is that all of the reveals we've had this season is shit that we assumed last season. Even the William thing.
We compiled.
We're talking to people who don't watch it with us and talk about it endlessly. They didn't know that William was the Man in Black until he walked into Papa Delos and Papa Delos said William.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because that's the first.
What?
But if some people are like that. So
because it wasn't actually laid out. It was William did this and he was old William.
Yeah.
And we obviously as a filmmaking, that said, I'm Man in Black, but not everyone follows filmmaking.
Not everyone.
William puts the black hat on as the Man in Black.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we go back to the death? We haven't talked about the death. No, we keep avoiding it.
I just don't because
Keep avoiding it.
Oh, Teddy's death?
Teddy's death. I mean, is it just?
Josh, I don't know. People are dumb and they don't talk about things. He said, "How don't you figure it out?"
Teddy's death. We're way over.
Yeah, you just.
It's fine. People are talking to us. What does it matter?
Yeah, they're talking. They're engaged. That's all that matters.
I don't know what this. So Dolores is now the lone fucking ranger.
I was gonna say.
What is she doing?
She doesn't know. She's just mowing everybody down.
She thought that she would get to the valley and go take over the real world.
But who?
Now
with what army?
She has nobody. Yeah.
I think, and I'm curious to see how her character is going to be like. Well, fuck. Did I make it? Is she going to have a realization of, ooh, I went too far? Scale it back a little bit.
Well, we see her she is shook and devastated.
She really is.
And Dr. Lee because they don't have their backups anymore. So it's like on Battlestar Galactica when they kill the resurrection ship, the Cylons can't reboot anymore. It's exactly the same thing. They killed the Cradle.
This has gotten real nerdy.
No, it's not. If you're a nerd, you know that one.
I did not know this. Spoiler alert.
And so, but it's the same thing where I think Dead is dead now. You can't
reboot. Yeah, you can't reboot.
I don't think so.
Why? Are you just being a dick?
No, I think Maeve has made a copy of herself.
No, Maeve, sure.
We're not talking about Maeve. We're talking about...
You're talking about Teddy.
But also, if we go...
Well, no, time out. I don't think Maeve has made a copy of herself. I think she is able to use the network to transfer herself to a new body.
Okay,
And
but...
do you think they just have closets of everybody? 'Cause they
Probably.
got
No,
closets
but
of
I mean, maybe
Bernard.
the whole time that she's been sitting there, she told
Printing
the
herself,
lab
yeah.
to build a new one of her.
Yeah.
Control P, and then she's printing somewhere else.
Well, I mean, we have wireless printing now,
yeah.
so that tracks.
Well, wait.
So,
what
okay,
if,
but
okay.
what if we could, just like we used Dolores's memories of Arnold to build Bernard, what if we can use the guest's memory fragments to reconstruct some of the hosts?
Yeah. Where are you going with this?
So I'm saying maybe it's not completely all lost because these hosts still live in the memories of the guests that are in the valley. So not all the information is gone. Just the backup, just the hard copy. We still have a soft copy.
Because I think that, I could imagine that they don't, if they
James Marsden is coming back.
If they're sorting
You
data...
think?
There's no way.
He's too pretty. If they're
That's
sorting
true.
data, they would, sort, the data they need.
Well, but he could come back the way the Ford came back, where he's not...
He's just in the mind.
He could
Or
be in my
he's in a
mind.
flashback. Or
He
a
could be in my
previous
mind.
timeline. This flashback doesn't necessarily work
I
anymore.
just feel like there's a way. There's a soft copy somewhere in all the valley. And the valley has to be more than just.
Why? Why does it have to be more than just... I mean, if that's the project, is to collect guest information, if they're host information, we have the cradle, we don't fucking need host information here. That's like when you, get rid of shit off your phone because your phone's too full. They're not going to put all that information in the valley if they already have it in the cradle. Boom! That was a really good... That was
No,
good.
I mean, I
that
think-
was real
Yeah.
good.
There has to be a way to. I mean,
I don't think there does. I mean, people die, Zach. Shit's hard.
I know, but this is real life. But
Is it, though?
In this life,
Do we know?
What's his name? What's his first name? Damn it. Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean. What? Game of Thrones. First season. Dead.
Oh,
James Marsden
Sean
could
Bean.
die this season.
Okay, that's fine. If he's dead, he's dead. I'm just saying, if we want it, there's technology we can use to bring him back. That's all I'm saying.
Sean Bean.
Maybe.
Okay.
Sean
Sean
Bean. I already
Bean.
said that.
I know,
Okay.
but I didn't hear you because I was talking.
Any other questions? Backup
That's a
backup
really good
brains,
point.
not bodies. Ford could have had a backup body for Maeve, or could just print one. Yeah, I think Maeve is printing her own. UFO says they only keep info from the guests because that's what's important to Ford.
Yeah, Josh.
No, the info from the guest was important to William.
Yeah, that's William's project.
But they only... I was agreeing with the only keep info from the guest.
But to spite William, we can back up
Yes.
the cradle
Yeah,
from the
absolutely.
guests. That would be a stick it to William.
No,
The Ford's project, because Ford's project is gone. Right?
Right, because the cradle's gone.
So that means William wins, quote unquote. He is the survivor of this whole project. But if we could stick it to him and be able to soft copy, extract something out of it, that could still be a way to be like, ha ha ha, I'm not done.
We still have that information.
I'm not-
Hey, Richard
but I
Jenkins
also-
is throwing some shit on the fire.
I know.
Remember, a third of the
I saw
hosts that QA pulled from the water had empty brains.
Had empty brains. I also question though. I understand the idea that they don't have their backups anymore, but okay, so a host is killed, but I mean, is the hard drive wiped, or can't they just take it out and put it in another body, in a fresh body?
I guess the hard drive was just like short circuited.
Yeah, so I question whether or not you can't re-implant. But I mean, if anything happened to that,
If he shot himself in the head.
and he did shoot himself in the head, maybe he missed. It's only about this big.
I don't think there are going to be bodies at the forge because I think the host bodies are Ford's thing, and the forge in the valley is very much William's.
It's the data thing. It's
But
data,
I don't
data,
think we're
data.
missing bodies. We're missing backups.
Yes.
But he's saying the bodies that show up are the bodies that William was working on. They're copies of the host that he was already working on. Season one was good
More good than
was more good.
confusing.
Sorry, but I feel like season 2 is more confusing than good. Good show, but season 1 was better to me.
Except I feel like
It's not over yet, though.
It's not over yet.
And you tend to have a second season slump anyway. So, I mean...
I don't think it's
9
a
times
slump.
out of 10, everyone will
it's a
say the
slump
second
either.
season was as good as the
I think the
first.
second season is wrapping up the first story of Westworld.
Yes.
Like, we're finally getting to know what the full project was. I think that was the real first...
What the point of the first
the first
season
story
was.
is like the point of this whole organization and theme park was to duplicate real human people, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be wrapped this season.
Maybe.
And I mean, it has to be. They can't make that 3 seasons long.
Yeah.
And the next season's going to be
What?
getting out to the real world.
like, well,
now can we pass the hosts as real people?
As real people and control them.
Right.
Ooh.
Because if you copy all of Zach's data while he's visited the park, then you replace him with the host and you take over his company.
Because it's going to be hosts going out to the... I mean, that's what we thought this season was going to be. But this season actually was answering all the questions from season 1. Because
Which is
season 1...
what Josh just said.
Right. So I think this is like 1 and 2 are kind of like a compilation. These 20 episodes are really just one story. And the next story will begin in season 3. That's what I think. So this has to conclude the story of the real purpose. This is the real purpose of the park. Period.
The incompetent security mercenaries. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, what happened to Phyllis and Willis? What Felix and
Sylvester.
Yeah.
Sylvester.
what happened to them?
Oh, I like Felix.
I loved Felix. Sylvester
Felix was
can go.
awesome.
All right, I think that's everything.
Suck it.
I'm
But we
talking.
also haven't spent a lot of time in the. I guess we're catching up to the post 11-day timeline.
We
so
see Bernard, we see Bernard in the water, so I think we're gonna get there.
Well, we see the water rising
we see
up.
the water rising.
Yeah.
'Cause Bernard is found on the beach.
Yeah.
He's not in the lake.
But yeah, but he was in the tide.
Yeah. But then he goes with them and discovers the lake full of people.
But that means that I think that means that.
But I mean, of late we have not spent a lot of time in that post
No, we haven't.
11-day timeline.
But I mean, maybe I'm stupid and slow.
Yeah.
That means his time with Elsie is the first part of that timeline, right?
No, that starts the post 11 days starts with them finding him on the beach.
Right.
And
But
that's
what
when we
I'm
have,
saying
Colonel
is,
Sanders.
what I'm saying is, him and Elsie precede all of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
they're in the 11 days.
Okay.
Because when he wakes up on the beach, they say it's been 11 days.
Okay.
Yes.
Since the gala.
So the timeline with him and Elsie is before they
Is in the
find him.
11-day
Before they
timeline.
find him on the beach.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get a lot of answers about timeline next episode.
Maybe.
Hopefully, I think they're gonna
Well, I
bring it
mean,
back around.
from
Yeah,
the
well, I mean, that's
from the
what they
preview,
did last season too. Is they had multiple timelines running, and they kind of let it flow together, so you could kind of get a sense of what they were.
I think so. Real quick predictions, and we're gonna end.
Yeah, Josh has asked us, how do you think this
So,
season will
Kate,
end, and
go.
how do you think season 3 will go? I am so bad at these. I think we are gonna get the connection between the timeline, the post gala timeline, and the 11-day timeline, and then I think it's gonna be a big battle royale. I think we're gonna get like a lot of action.
Crystal.
I think we're gonna get answers about timeline next episode. I think that's what it's gonna be, and I don't know. I almost want to say,
Well, 'cause-
at least from
sorry.
last season.
We have already gotten, he brings it up, we have already gotten like that, some of the circling back where we saw the video of Dolores saying the valley wasn't made for everybody and shooting the Ghost Nation. We saw that.
Apparently,
today.
it wasn't made for anybody.
Real
Just
life.
Dolores.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just Dolores.
well.
So we're starting to get that like circling back.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get a lot more out of
Too.
next episode.
I'm hoping that we do because I'm still a little hazy on things. As far as I don't know. I think in order to hook us for next season, they better have a really good reason for us to come back. Because if you wrap up the story and
You're
everybody's
not coming back? I'm
satisfied,
fucking coming back.
I don't know. I mean, I would come back because I like the show, but I know people that would be like, "Oh, that was it. Okay, bye." Yeah,
Those people are dumb.
Yeah, you're right.
Andrew?
But yeah.
I think Dolores is going to discover that she's been on the wrong path this whole season. Because otherwise, as
Do you think
Deathbringer, she's either the real bad guy or she's going to discover that she's been on a misguided path, which then, I thought that she and Maeve would be pitted against each other. But now I think Charlotte is really the true enemy, and I think Dolores is going to realize she's been on the wrong... Now that she's alone, she's going to realize she's on the wrong path and come back into the fold of woke hosts that were maybe against her or not with her, which was Bernard and Maeve, and that they're going to, be the triumvirate that goes up against the human race.
Okay.
Led by Charlotte, the evil human race.
This is what's going to happen.
All right, Zach.
This is what's going to happen. Bernard's going to get to the valley and discover what's there. Well, we already know it's there. Dolores is going to also discover it with Bernard. But Dolores is going to try to finish her narrative by destroying it and by blowing up a dam.
Yeah.
Which is going to flood the whole valley, which causes the sea. All the bodies that wash up are copies of guests. That's why they're empty. That's why they're virgin.
Only a third of them are virgin.
Well, maybe they started putting brains in some. I don't know. And I think Maeve's gonna get it. I think Maeve is gonna finish. I think Maeve is going to release her first storyline and actually get out of the park.
And that makes sense because she now knows that no matter what, her daughter is
fine. Safe.
Fine, safe, yeah.
And she's gonna.
I just read the last. K. Rich, I forgot how much I missed you.
Yeah,
Maeve's doing a good job in HR.
I have missed you so dearly.
Maeve, yeah, I think Maeve's gonna release her. I think Dolores is gonna stick with her storyline, and I think Maeve's gonna give it up. I think Maeve's going to be more advanced than Dolores is.
She has been this whole time.
So I think Dolores is still very just like robotic in her way of thinking.
I would watch your show that
I
you're
know, right?
Oh my God, stop.
Oh my God.
I love K. Rich. Wait. What is Dolores? Wait, did he already say what Dolores is going to do? What, K. Rich, you got to tell us what Dolores' job is.
Make it quick. Type fast. We've been here for an hour.
Faster.
So what?
It's been an hour?
When people click on the video in an hour, I'm not watching that bullshit. And then we don't get as many views.
Listen.
You can...
y'all are talking, so...
The Tony's got a lot of hits. All right.
Dolores becomes a cop with the drinking...
fucking Tony's intro.
No, but our video. The 3-hour video of the Tony.
I love it, K. Rich. I think you're brilliant.
We got as many views as the Tonys did, I'm pretty sure. All right, everybody. It's been lots of fun watching this with you guys. I'm sure we'll have just as long as episode next week as we did tonight. So come back. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon to know when we get notifications when we go live. And don't forget, after Westworld, we are watching Sharded Glass with the new series by Amy Adams.
That's not at all.
Sharp Objects.
Sharp Objects.
Sharded Glass. What the...
Like sharp things.
Sharp
broken glass.
Sharded Glass.
Sharp objects.
Which
is going to be really weird because this is the first thing that we've watched since we've been starting watching where some of us will know what's going to happen.
Except the problem is, and I was talking with Audie about it, the problem is that we both read the books, can't fucking remember what happens. So.
I remember a lot of things that happen, so I'll be like, oh, here we go.
All right, Andrew, until next time.
All right, so we are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And
now
our talk has ended. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks
See you next
for staying
week
up
at
with us.
9:30. Give us an ish.
Love you. Kisses.